Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Prophet back with another video, and today we are going to be taking a quick look at Hedera Hashgraph. A lot of you guys have been asking about HBAR for obvious reasons. There's so much potential behind this coin. It's one of those coins I haven't done a video on, and I just wanted to do a little bit more research on it and why it's so important to really the whole cryptoverse as a whole. And I'm going to go over that a little bit more today in detail, as well as I'm going to do a price prediction for the end of April, May, and 2021. So this is definitely one that you can take a look at yourself, because obviously, remember, I do not give financial advice. I'll never be a financial advisor, so always do your own research on these coins before you buy anything. Market cap right now at 2.6 billion. The volume the last 24 hours being that 217.2 million, and the circulating supply is at 7.9 billion HBAR. Right now, we do see in the last week a negative 3.34% decrease. If we go to the last month, though, we do see a 157.5% increase. And obviously the last 24 hours just being a 3.75% decrease, so nothing special there. But there is a fairly good looking graph here, and I wanted to go over the graph specifically. So if we take a look at the last month, we do see quite an increase into more of a correction / stabilization, going into another increase into more of a another correction. Obviously, we did a very large increase. March 13th, we went from about 27 cents all the way to 45-cent mark. So, now we're kind of decreasing around that 33-cent mark. And it's still a great price for Hedera. I think we're actually at a good spot to buy in if you're looking for an entry point. I think this is a fairly decent spot. We're not at an all-time high. We're seeing it right around that support level. But we'll see what really Hedera is and what it has to offer, maybe their vision, the utility behind what they're doing. And we'll get a little, brief overview of what they're trying to accomplish before we give any price predictions for April, May, and 2021. I will say, guys, if you haven't already, join the Discord and Twitter. It is linked in the description below, as well as follow me, or I guess subscribe to me on YouTube and turn notifications on so you get notified every time I make a new video. So they start off with Hedera Hashgraph's website. They'd say, hello, future Hedera token service now on mainnet. They talk more about Hedera and how it is owned and governed by the world's leading organizations. And they say, join a future built on trust. Hedera is the trust layer of the internet, a decentralized public network for you to make your digital world exactly as it should be, yours. Whether you're a startup or enterprise, a creator or a consumer, Hedera goes beyond blockchain for developers to create a next era of fast, fair, and secure applications. So there's a lot of potential behind this. If we continue down, you can actually see more about it. So they talk about the third generation public ledger. So first generation is that Bitcoin, second generation being ETH, and third generation being Hedera HBAR. Right now you can see how it really compares stats-wise. You're seeing obviously the average fee is beyond way less. We're seeing it at 0.0001 as Ethereum and Bitcoin obviously have about 289, 299 in USD charges. We also see transaction confirmation being much, much faster as well, like they said. So the Hedera is a proof-of-stake public network powered by Hashgraph consensus, achieves highest grade of security possible ABFT with blazing fast transaction speeds and incredibly low bandwidth consumption. By combining high throughput, low fees, finality in seconds, Hedera leads the way for the future of public ledgers. I think this actually, like I said, has so much utility behind it. The idea of how fast, how secure, and how, the comparisons here obviously give you an idea of what Hedera Hashgraph is trying to accomplish, what they are accomplishing already, and the potential behind it is just massive. So primary network services, they talk about the Hedera consensus and token service take advantage of the high throughput, low latency features of the network running at the native performance of the network's underlying Hashgraph protocol. So they talk about the token service itself and the consensus service as well. If you continue down, you can learn more about the network metrics, going over the transactions. There is a lot of transactions per day, the latency, seconds to finality. They go over the accounts on mainnet as well as the API calls per HBAR. So there is such good stats to be had, a lot of good information to read about on this website. So I do suggest taking a look at the website itself before purchasing any Hedera Hashgraph. However, I will say this is one of the most promising projects I've looked into on this channel. And I don't say that about every project. I do go over on this channel pretty much just projects I see long-term futures in. And this is definitely one of the, I would say, top 5, top 10 for me. So we go over a public network for everyone, fast, secure, fair, and stable. And you can turn down here at the very bottom. You can see start, learn, and build. And you can obviously read those documents to help you out with doing so. And you can also see at the top they have use cases. So they have payments, healthcare, identity, tokenized assets, fraud mitigation, and data compliance. And they also say built on Hedera. They have case studies in enterprise as well. If you go to devs, they have Docs and Hedera SDK. They have resources as integrations, open source, fees, learning center. And you can learn all about as well. There is a roadmap on the Hedera Hashgraph website, which you guys know I love roadmaps. So if we go to the about, we go to the roadmap. It doesn't look like it popped up for me this time around. Let's try that again and see if we can get it to pop up. They also go over their mission and their core values. Definitely something I would take a look at if you're trying to jump into a new coin, something like this. So we are dedicated to building a trusted and secure online world that empowers you, where you can work, play, buy, sell, create, and engage socially, where you have safety and privacy in your digital communities, where you can, when you are confident when interacting with others, and where there is a digital future that is available to all. So it's a very cool idea behind it. I think their vision's great. And you can actually click this read our roadmap, and it doesn't seem like it's doing anything for me right now unless it's just loading. There it goes. I was going to say we've seen it before. I've seen it. I've done my research on this, guys. But let's see. So Q1 2021, they do talk about what they've completed. Obviously, there is a lot to complete yet. They just have the demos. So the demos is the last part of Q1 for 2021. Once they complete that, we are going to be going on to Q2 2021. And there's a lot here for us to actually look at. H2 2021 as well. So there's so much that they're working on, so much potential behind this project, the projects and updates that are going to be coming for Q1 and Q2 and H2. There's a lot here, and I think it's going to be great, and I think Hedera Hashgraph is going to rise in price significantly over the rest of 2021. I think right now at that 33-cent range, the idea that the volume is only at 217.2 million is nuts to me. We see that the potential behind this is massive. We went to the website, we did our research. There is so much potential behind Hedera Hashgraph, and the idea that we're sitting at 33 cents is pretty awesome. I mean, you're getting in at a great entry point still. I think as this becomes more and more mainstream, a lot more people are going to be jumping on Hedera Hashgraph. So this is your chance probably to jump on it at an early price. I will say, make sure to do your research before investing. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you to buy a coin specifically. This one just looks really good to me. And because of that, we'll go over the price predictions for April, May, and 2021 now. So by the end of April, I definitely see Hedera reaching a 50 cent to 60 cent range. I think it'll continue to increase sharply after this increase, this initial increase. So 50 to 60 cents is definitely something I see right around there for the all-time high. Maybe a stabilization around that 45 to 48 cent range. I think we could stabilize it with a little bit of a correction right around there. I think this is definitely a possibility for April at the very least, which would be, I think we could have potential for a 2x in April alone. But if we go on to May, that's where I think we could have potential for a 3x. We could easily make our way to that dollar amount that a lot of people are looking at. Hedera definitely has what it takes to make its way to that $1. And I think we could stabilize right around that $1 even. I think we could have an all-time high right around that $1 to $1.10 range. And I think, there's not going to be much movement on this one because I think the volume is going to be massive. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more people investing in this on the rise, and because of that, we're going to keep it stable right now, right around that $1.10 range for the end of May. Going into 2021, though, that is where I see the most increase. By the end of 2021, I think Hedera Hashgraph will definitely be right around that 42 to starting at 42. It would be right around that $1.42, $1.60 range for sure. But because of the potential behind this, that would be a low price prediction. I think the Hedera could definitely do much more. You guys know I like to keep it as conservative as possible and reasonable and realistic, but because of how much potential I think Hedera really has, I will be saying that Hedera I see right around that $3 to $4 range. I think that's very possible. We'll see what happens. Obviously, there could be a lot of hiccups on the way. A lot can change over a course of a year. But with the current status that we see, and obviously, if you guys like Hedera Hashgraph, subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on, because we will be talking about this coin quite a bit on this channel now that I made my first video on it. We will continue to get updates on it, as well as other cryptocurrencies. So make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on and like the video if you like Hedera Hashgraph. However, like I said, in this year, 2021, we're going to see Hedera make a breakout year. I think it's going to be $3 to $4 by the end of 2021, with potential for even more than that. The market cap's not even that crazy high right now. It's at 2.6 billion. We have a volume that's actually fairly low for what we have. I think the potential behind this is massive. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. If you guys, like I said, like this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, notifications on. I will see everyone all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for today's video.